Okay, so I'm going to do this standing up today because I'm owning my power and I want to pursue exactly what I told you about the other days, that I want to do some public speaking. So I'm standing up. And as I promised, here I am in my ninja productivity ninja for you. So we are here on day 3 of Teach Your Doubts and Propel Your Business Vision. So today is all about the future, okay? And when we have a goal, right, there are going to be some setbacks, some challenges, some things that are not going to go as smoothly as we think they will go, right? So we have to really think about what, we have to get clarity, most of all, on the way we're going, on our destination, right? So, so this is something that Tony Robbins said, and I just want to emphasize this. You cannot master anything, your business, your relationships, or your finances, unless you first learn how to master yourself by disempowering your saboteurs. This is so critical because, and I'm going to repeat it again, you cannot master anything, your business, your relationships, or your finances, unless you first learn how to master yourself by disempowering your saboteurs, right? And we talked about saboteurs on day 1, and we identified which are our top saboteurs. And for the time being, just stay with us, okay? Just identify them, become aware of them, and then you're going to put some practices in place so that you can get rid of your saboteurs and become more sage. On day 1, just going to do a very quick recap. On day 1, we did a grounding meditation because our lives are so busy, and this grounding meditation keeps us rooted. We talked about that your self-doubt mindset lives in a place of scarcity, and your sage mindset lives in an abundance. In abundance. So we also talked about that self-doubt is holding you back from succeeding and believing in yourself. And when we have too much doubt, too many thoughts roaming around in our heads and feelings, not negative feelings, this will make us quit faster. We became aware of which saboteurs are delaying your growth. We had some pleasers, we had some avoiders. I'm a hyperachiever. I'm a totally huge stickler, right? And that's okay. We all have saboteurs. We talked about that as well. So don't judge me for my appearance today. This is what I said I was going to do for day 3. I'm a productivity ninja, and I'm embodying what I want the message that I want to put out. We also talked about the causes of your self-doubt. They come from your childhood upbringing, past experiences, a fear of failing, a fear of success. We talked about imposter syndrome as well, and any new challenges that occur in your life. And we did an exercise to become aware of your old limiting beliefs, that past story that you're telling yourself and you're believing in that past story. And we shifted to new empowering beliefs. So the exercises, like I said before, are all in the members area. There's a link for you to purchase if you want to, and you'll have access to all the tools and resources that I've shared in these 3 days. So on day 2, we talked about how to overcome fear and self-doubt. And we talked about several things, and how to conquer your saboteurs, that you need to exercise 3 mental muscles: saboteur and deceptor muscle, self-command muscle, and sage muscle. The first 3, we did a meditation, the 6-phase meditation, which I'm a certified trainer to do so. And the first 3 phases of the meditation is all about compassion, gratitude, and forgiveness. We listened to the guided meditation, and we did a boost confidence coaching exercise. Now, if you are interested in, battling the saboteurs and putting some practices and consistently, daily exercising these 3 muscles that I talked about, I've got a program coming up. So let me know in the comments, or just send me an email to Sofia at radicallaunchsystem.com, and we can talk about it. So basically, this program is, I'm going to share my screen. So like I said, if you want to, now that you've identified the saboteurs, you might want to do something about it. Otherwise, you need to practice to kind of diminish the saboteurs and increase your sage mind presence, right? So there is a program with Positive Intelligence, that is the PQ Grow program, that it's for 6 weeks. And basically what we do is we're going to boost the self-command muscle. We're going to intercept the judge. We're going to look at the accomplice saboteurs and what they're doing to you. And then shift to sage. We're going to boost your sage powers, and then obviously taking action. Because if we're going towards something that we want to achieve, our vision, then we have to be prepared to reach that goal, right? This is all done with an app as well. And we have on Mondays, there's coaching pods where members come in and they discuss, we listen to each other, and they do the exercises for that week, right? So this was very brief. If you want to know more about this, just let me know. I'm going to, I don't know if you've been here, were you here yesterday? I can send you the link for the presentation of day 1.
Yeah, I missed yesterday because I was out with family, and then
yes,
by the time I remembered, and then it's just Saturday, it's just a different day, and then by the time I remembered, it was past. So
cool. It's no problem. I can send you the link and you can have a look. It was good because in day 1 we looked at the past limiting beliefs that we have, and then yesterday was all about the present moment. Why it's important to be present in the moment, so we can have different perspective of things, you know, when we're like too anxious and too frustrated and stuff like that, then we don't really see what's in front of us, right? We think we do, but we don't really see what's in front of us. So being present in the moment is really, really important, right? And today is all about your future vision, right? So be prepared because we got an exercise coming up, and I also did 6-phase meditation yesterday with the 3-part phase, right? And today it's the other 3 phases which portray the future. The other ones are more focused on the present, okay, which is compassion, gratitude, and forgiveness. And today we're going to do, before the exercise, we're going to do envisioning your future, your perfect day, and the blessing. Okay? Like I said, day 3, your bright future. Why is it so important to celebrate our wins? I feel a boost. Like when I finished day 1 with you guys, I was buzzing. You know, we went out for dinner actually because I was just so happy. I had a really nice, happy feeling inside of me, right? And I had self-doubt before I actually put this retreat together. You know, who's going to listen to me, or who am I to speak about this? So there's a lot of things that, you know, go around our head and put us down. So that's why it's important to really celebrate all our small wins. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't really matter what it is. It doesn't have to be a huge, big, you know, project that you finished, or, you know, a big, you know, got like 10 people on a call. If you know, if you have your own business or whatever it is, it doesn't have to be big. Small things make a lot of difference within us to build and boost our self-confidence. So the most important thing when we're looking in our future is that we have to visualize it as it happened, and also let go of all the stuff that happened to us in the past, right? Which are going to slow us down, hinder our progress. They are going to really, you know, if they're present, they're going to like remind me, no, I can't do it. So yesterday I talked about, when we did the exercise, that I wanted to do some public speaking, even maybe a TEDx talk, probably not in Portugal, but I'll probably go to the UK or somewhere else to do a talk. And this is big because this has been in my head for so long. And why haven't I done something about it? It's just beyond me. And this is because it's the self-doubt that exists within me, that I'm like still doubting that I can do it, right? So that's why it's important to like be present and be focused with clarity in our vision, right? So I showed you yesterday the 6-phase meditation, the guided meditation, and today we're going to do the 3 last phases: envision your future, the perfect day, and the blessing. We're also going to do an exercise, which is design your extraordinary life. And it's an exercise by Vishen Lakhiani, which is called the 3 most important questions, which focus on experiences, growth, and contribution, right? So I want to get, you know, have you ready with your journal for that one. But I need to talk about goals, right? Where are we going? The destination. Like I showed you over here, like I showed you on the first slide, our destination. Before we get to the finishing line, right, there are so many things that we're going to overcome, right? At the beginning, when I started my business, I didn't know where to start, what to do, nothing. So, and my goals were like scattered all over the place. I didn't have that focus and that vision, right? Purposefully set up. And this is normal. This is normal for everybody, right? Everybody that's starting a business or changing a career, or, you know, even mothers having children. It's all challenges that you have to overcome in your life. And the most important thing is there's two main distinctions. I mean, I'm not talking about corporate goals, like they call it the SMART goals. I never really liked them, to be honest with you, but I just, did it because corporate was telling me to do it, right? But there is two big distinctions that we need to talk about. This is getting on my nerves. Means goals and ends goals, right? Means goals is a means to an end, like materialistic. Like if I get this job, I'm going to have a good position, and therefore, so that I can have a good wage. So very materialistic, very robotic, very analytical, right? Whilst the end goals have the why in mind, your why. And this is very important, to focus on what you really want, not what society is telling you that you should have, because that was a means goal for me, for example, when I took my degree, just to please my parents, right? When I changed my career path because I was running away from a situation that wasn't very comfortable for me, right? So I'm looking at, throughout my life, all my ups and my, all my downs and my ups, all that they have a lot of means goals, a means to an end. So what we need to focus, it's really the end goal. What do you want to achieve? And the exercise that we're going to do, the three most important questions that you need to ask yourself, which is the experiences. So what experiences do you want to have in your life or in your business? And how do you want to grow? So the growth part of it. And how do you want to contribute to others and to the world? So these end goals, they all focused on this why, purposeful why, right? Simon Sinek said, people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. And this is really important. It's one of the main frameworks that I use in my group coaching programs. It's explaining that to them, because first of all, it's your why, and then you have to focus on the why of your clients, of your members, of your tribe, right? And when that happens, there's an alignment, because you're going towards the end goal that you want, and you're having fun, and it's enjoyable, and you're happy. And when you're happy, your life rolls much better. So one exercise that I did that was really transformational was the Satori and Kensho exercise that I did with my tribe, Mind Valley. And it really made me focus on what I want, what I've been through in life, and also see, have it like physical in my journal. It's really helped me to like, oh my God, how much I've achieved so far, and kind of like celebrate and celebrate those down moments in my life, and celebrate the ups as well, just like celebrate in general. This is so important. Every little thing that you're going to put in your plan towards that end goal needs to have a sense of that is really going to help you, knowing that you've been through what you've been in life, is going to create more clarity in where you want to go, right? So let's talk about what I want you to do now is to get your journal, and but before I do that, we're going to do the the 6-phase meditation, but just the other 3 parts, so that we are a bit more focused on that. We now come to phase 4, envisioning your future. I want you to bring to mind your visions and your dreams for your life 3 years ahead. Remember, we often overestimate what we can do in 1 year, but underestimate what we can do in 3. So think of your life 3 years from now as if it were a movie on a screen in front of you. Bring to mind any area of your life that you care about. You may run through a perfect life 3 years from now, or you may choose 2 to 3 specific goals that you have for yourself. This could be connected to your career or your love life, your health, your fitness, where you wish to travel. They could be goals linked to your personal growth or spirituality. Either way, make the visions of these goals as vivid as you can. Bring in all 5 senses. What do you see? If your vision isn't your dominant sense, what can you hear? What can you smell? What sensations or feelings can you feel? Think about this goal as if it's already happening. I will give you a few moments to linger with your future visions. Remember to bring in all your 5 senses. What do you see? What do you hear? What do you feel, smell, and taste? Who else is in the scene with you? It helps to see other people benefit from your accomplishments. As you wrap up now, know that this future vision is on its way to you. We now go to phase 5, your perfect day. Think of your day as a series of stages or segments you're about to see, each section unfolding with perfect intention. We'll start with your morning just after you've done completing your meditation. If you're meditating at night, this will be the morning you're waking up into. Set an intention for how you would want your morning to unfold. What's the first thing you're doing? Perhaps you see your morning exercises going wonderfully. Maybe you taste your delicious, nourishing breakfast on your tongue. See you working, studying, or leisure day going perfectly. See the time progressing. 9 a.m., 10 a.m., 11 a.m. See beautiful synchronicities coming to pass and feelings of ease and joy. See your lunchtime going beautifully, feeling inspired, deeply connected with yourself and those around you, peaceful and positive. You may bring to mind specific meetings or events you have happening during the day and set an intention for each of these to flow as you'd like them to. See the time progressing: 2 p.m., 3 p.m., 4 p.m., 5 p.m. As you wrap up your day, perhaps see yourself returning home or meeting with loved ones, enjoying laughter, relaxation, joy, and happiness. See your evening time wonderfully. And now see yourself going to bed, about to have a wonderful, refreshing, healthy night's sleep. You're now completed phase 5. We now go to phase 6, the blessing. You'll now ask for a blessing to conclude your practice and to support you on your life journey today. Take a moment to connect to whatever higher power you believe in, whether that's a certain deity, the universe, the field, whichever word you use to describe your higher power. If you're an atheist, see an older, wiser version of yourself blessing you and your intentions. Imagine this blessing as a beautiful golden or white light shining down from above. Allow this light to travel its way through your head, all the way down your spine, all the way down to the tips of your toes. Now imagine this light expanding from your body to form a bubble around you, enveloping you in a shield of loving infinity, powerful light sent by your higher power. Know that this blessing will be with you for the rest of your day to protect you from negativity, support you, and fill you with all the qualities you need to flourish. This is your blessing. You have now completed the 6-phase meditation. Now I'm going to count from 1 to 5. When I reach the count of 5, you'll be wide awake, feeling wonderfully refreshed, in perfect health, feeling better than before. 1, 2, 3. Get ready to open your eyes at the count of 5, feeling wonderful, in perfect health, feeling better than before. 4, 5. Eyes open, wide awake, feeling alert, wonderful, positive, refreshed, better than before. Let's move on to the 3 most important questions exercise that I said previously. So this is, we talked about end goals and mean goals, right? And the 3 most important questions focus on experiences, growth, and contribution. So I have done this exercise twice already, and I have here, I'll show you in a minute on the presentation, but I want to ask you this question so we can start writing them down. So in your journal, we're going to focus on experiences first. And I'm going to ask you some questions to kind of jog your mind. and it's free writing, free flow writing. You just, whatever you want to experience in life, whatever comes first in your mind, you just write it down. So just on the first page of your journal, just write experiences on the top, and then we go from there, right? So what the first thing that is, if I had unlimited resources, what would my life look like? And what would I be doing? Who is there with me? What do I want to experience with friends and family? How are my relationships? How is my home? Where do I want to travel to? What activities or hobbies am I engaging in? What does success look like for me? Write down everything that you could possibly dream of doing or having that would make you feel happy and joyful. And I'm going to put a timer for, say, 3 minutes, and stop recording so you can, people that are doing it at home, they can just go ahead and start now. Thumbs up. I'm going to share my experiences, and if you want to share, you can share as well. You don't have to, but sometimes when you say them out loud, they just sound different, right? So I want to have 3 months off during the year. Traveling around the world with my family, exploring its beauty and participating in local adventures. Go around the Med in a boat with my loved ones. Rekindle a deeper and loving intimacy with my husband and renew my vows on exotic island. Again, limitless. Speak in public and inspire others with my story journey, and how I exited my 9 to 5 at the age of 48 and manifested my dream home. Scuba diving and discover the wonders under the sea. I want to have my art exhibited in a gallery. It's coming. I want to be a public speaker. I want to own Maserati. Again, unlimitless, who knows? Infuse loads and loads of playfulness into my life and business. I want to fly first class on a long-haul flight to Thailand. I want to lead and host fun and creative retreats, just like this one, and bring people together as a consciousness collective movement. So that is mine. And I've already started. So this is like, to give you an idea, to go towards the end goals, right? And I've already started to put in place certain things. Like, for example, my first one, I want to have 3 months off during the year. I've got planned out all my programs and when the time offs are coming. So that's it. It's already in black and white, right? The other one that is happen, I want to lead and host fun and creative retreats. Yes. Now, the one that I need to start putting things in place later on is the public speaking, right? Because I really want to do that. Traveling around the world, I'm already doing it, right? So, yeah. Would you like to share yours?
Sure. I didn't have, I didn't have a lot of time, but the things that are coming,
You're breaking up a bit.
wish, and it's to be a public, oh, I'm breaking up. Can you hear
Yeah.
me?
Yeah, I think your internet's a little bit red. I just saw it on the screen.
Yeah.
Let's try again. Maybe take the video off. It might give you
Okay.
more bandwidth.
Okay. So during the meditation, what really came up was being a published author. I've already written a children's story, but I actually need to publish it. And now I decided to illustrate it. So I already made a couple of drawings, which is, I've written these years ago, like actually a bunch of years ago. And then I worked with someone to edit it. And now years later, I'm actually illustrating it. It's going very slowly, but I wanted to get that accomplished this year. And then also be a coach. And the third thing that I had that's very strong is because I just moved countries, is to be in a community with other families traveling and our children. I have a 14 years old, so it's a teenager, it's a little harder.
Yeah,
But
I
I
know.
saw myself skiing in a group, in a group of families. So um, yeah, these are the three ones for now.
So your book, is it in what language? Is it
It's
English?
a children's book. It's a children's book, and it's in English.
Mm-hmm. And you desire to be a
Yeah.
coach? What type of coach? Do you
Yeah.
know already?
I don't know yet. I did the Institute for Integrative Nutrition training for 15 or 16 years ago. And then I'm a professor. So, and now when I moved to Madrid, I'm not teaching classes. And I said, this is a time to actually start doing it. And then I started the Robin Madanes training. That's actually how I saw you for the first time.
Oh,
And I wanted to finish it. I haven't finished it. I haven't finished that training.
okay. Is it almost finished?
I mean, I've watched the videos, but now it requires hours of coaching and writing up the answers,
Yes.
and it's yeah,
Yes, practicing.
right.
Practicing, yeah. And I've done the same with I have a coach by Mind Valley Life Coaching certification. And we had I had to record some of them. I had to send them to prove that, that I've done all that. So, and
But
practice is going to make perfect, right?
right,
Or progress. Sorry, practice
right.
makes progress.
Oh, that's
Um,
good.
yeah. And then now it's just like maybe reaching out to certain people and just say, right, I need to practice. Would you be willing to give me that practice? You do some free coaching with them. There are things that you can put in place to reach that end goal that you want to.
Right.
Yeah. Cool. So let's move on to the growth. And right, so the growth is how you want to grow and develop yourself, right? So what new skills do you want to learn? What languages do you want to master maybe? What character traits do I want to improve? How can I learn to take better care of myself? So self-care, really important, because when you're good with yourself, then you portray that to others. So write down anything you want to develop in your life. And I'll just put the timer. Let's do 3 minutes and go. So I've actually, when I first did my first one was back in 2020. This first exercise. When I joined Mind Valley, I did my first one after done the Be Extraordinary program. And one of the things that really come up, because in that year, like when people have these words to motivate them for the year ahead. I had 3 words: be, me, and we. And they fit really perfectly with these 3 columns, right? B, it's all about the experiences, enjoying the experiences. Me, it's all about growth. And we, it's about contribution. It's about the world. It's about global. It's about others. But mine, I want to share with you. Stop. But mine, my write-up for the growth is learn innovative ideas to motivate and grow my tribe and team. And when I say tribe, it's my clients too. Develop and learn what healthy routines are best suited to my lifestyle and personality. Attend group art classes and learn other painting techniques that I haven't explored yet. Tick. Become a certified life coach and coach for Mind Valley. Tick. Thrive in my personal development growth journey. Tick. Level up my clay shooting skills. That's probably something that you didn't know. And compete at a national, international level. Not quite there yet. Raise my happiness vibrational frequency and spread limitless energy. Tick. Become an abundant, loving, sexy, and confident woman and express myself freely. I think I can take that one too. And I also coach groups online through their transitions, specifically those that want to take the leap of faith and quit their corporate life. So that is my growth. Some of them already happen, and others, I'm still putting things in place to go towards that, right? So would you like to share?
Sure. I have learned Spanish. Become more confident in life classes. I've taught meditation and yoga and also kids yoga, but for example, meditation, I'm just becoming more confident, which also means practice more, I think.
Anything else?
Grow my tribe as well. Grow my tribe and become happier about my body. I just joined the gym, so I'm working towards that already.
Awesome. That's it. That's awesome. So then even the ones that haven't happened yet, you're going to start putting things in place to happen. And you can redo this, right? So they say to do it like for the next 3 years, like a vision board. People do a vision board, especially in January when, they start doing the resolutions, which I don't believe in that. I believe in revolutions, not resolutions. And also specifically a mind revolution, because this is it, like we don't go towards what we want to achieve because our mind is still playing tricks with us. Our saboteurs are still like, saying things to us that are not true. They're lying. They're influencing our path. And people quit resolutions like by the 3rd week of, I think, was that the 2nd week of February or something like that. So it's just, for me, that those resolutions are means goals, basically. They're not end goals. So now we're going to look at the 3rd column, which is contribution. And how do you want to contribute to the world? How could you contribute to your family, friends, society, the city they're in, or even the entire planet? No matter how big or small your ideas are, write down everything that comes to you. What is the legacy you want to leave? How can I make the world a better place? Right, so my not so teenage daughter, when she was, she's still a teenage, she's 18, but she used to talk about plastic in the ocean, stuff like that, with, saying that it's not right, it's not right. And I just turned around and said, what are you going to do about it? Right? So start little projects, maybe look around where you're at. Maybe there are projects in your city, in your place where you live, that you can start towards that contribution that you want to give. And what problem do you want to solve for the planet? I think I've already said that. So let's take another 3 minutes to do this. Okay, I'll set the timer and go. So finish the time for the contribution, and I'm going to share mine. And then Sonia, if you want to share as well. So my write-up for the contribution part is build a tribe of radical entrepreneurs who want to run their business on their own terms. Serve my coaching clients around the world and empower them in their life transitions. Make learning fun, enjoyable, and meaningful, and equip teens to explore other unconventional avenues. Empower and support my children to follow their passion and purpose in life, to explore and open their hearts for the possibilities ahead, learn from their challenges and grow fearlessly throughout life. Become a transition life coach for Mind Valleys, specialized on group coaching programs. Speak at events and retreats and spread my message, inspire others with my story, and empower them to take the leap from their 9-to-5 fiercely and become their own boss, growing through the power of group coaching. And I've got one here that no judgment, I just wrote it. Revolutionize the corporate life culture and start a mind revolution amongst Gen Z and millennials. So when I wrote this was actually before, when I was doing my life coaching certification with Evercoach by Mind Valley. One of the modules of the coaching certification it was about this. So that's when I did it, which was around April of 2022. And like I said, I had done in 2020 my first 3 MIQs. So would you like to share, Sonia?
Sure. So I really, with the contribution, you asked also what would be the legacy you want to leave. So I really went that question really led me to go very deep into my core desires. And so I want to build a joyful community of individuals, which is spiritually connected and based. I want to inspire individuals to live their highest possible lives, connected to their authentic selves, and be part of a community connected with nature and the land. Leave inspiring stories to nurture. I couldn't finish the sentence, but it's to nurture children's belief in magic.
Oh,
and wonder.
I like
and
that.
wonder.
So when you say, can I ask you a question? When you say individuals, can you be more specific? Who is that community that you want to really, really help?
I actually have a lot of things in common with you, but because I teach in college. I was teaching at Barnard College, which is a women's college from linked to Columbia University. So I do want to work with teenagers in particular, but I also want to work with adults who who, like me, want to create change in the world, but may feel unsupported and lonely in doing it. And therefore you get distracted and lost. I think that's really the book. I really want to, as a teacher, got this message many times to teach what I want to learn, because that's just the way as a teacher, that's the way I'm kind of hardwired. I practice yoga when I'm teaching it. If I'm not teaching it, I'm not really practicing it. I practice a lot more meditation when I'm teaching it. So when I teach, I really embody it. But I think I'm really a teacher at heart. So I think the individuals I want to help the most are people like me who are.
It's really interesting what you're saying, because yes, there are a lot of synchronicities between us. And I think that the teenagers, that's kind of that little humans, as I call them, it's a very important stage. They can either, it can change their own vision, right? I feel it, and I've got chills as I'm talking about it and I'm listening to you. If we can be leaders for them and empower them to follow their dreams, right? Because otherwise they'll be like I was when I was a teenager, just pleasing my dad. I went through education, not following what I wanted. I wanted to follow a visual arts, and I followed linguistics, and I did a 5-year degree just to please my dad, right? So that's not good. I mean, okay, I found my purpose, I found my passion now, that's fine, but it took me literally 46 years. It's a joke, right? Because we go through life just pleasing others, go through a corporate job and another, right? Have a few, just because I wanted that salary, just because I wanted that status, right? And this is why I'm always saying, like, when we look at end goals, we have to think about our why, and look at all this, experiences, growth, what goes into each of them, and contribution as well. This legacy that we want to leave behind. So I loved it, Sonia.
Thank you.
So maybe we'll stay connected, because I think maybe we can collaborate somehow. Who knows? Okay.
Yeah.
So we've done this exercise just to, and also with the exercise, right? I printed it out and I put it out, on top of my cupboard there, because it's like a vision board, right? This is what I want. And I go back to it and I think, oh my God, this has happened, right? So this is like the little seeds that we start to water it, and they'll start to germinate into amazing flowers. This is really, and when it's like in black and white as well, that's why I said the importance of journaling yesterday and in day one is so important, that you release those thoughts that you have, right? That you do not you don't keep them inside. Right. Let's go back to the sage. So the sage is being in a sage mode, state of being, is going to help you to have, first of all, peace of mind and clarity to look at your vision and go towards it. So everything that happens on the side, those challenges, those problems, those struggles that will come throughout your, before you go to your end goal, they will occur. But if we are exercising and practicing and keeping our minds fit and in the sage state of being, it's it's so much clearer, right? Because then with clarity comes the little steps that you have to put in place to reach that vision, right? And then it's going to start to create reality if that's what you really, really want. So Sage has 5 superpowers, as I call it. That's why I'm dressed up as a ninja today. Sage has 5 superpowers, and you have to put little exercises in place to strengthen those powers. They're still there, but at the moment, the saboteurs are so much higher, vibrating so in such a higher frequency that you can't hear your sage, right? But when you're in sage mode, then you are empathetic towards your needs, you're exploring other opportunities, and you're navigating towards your destination much, much clearer. And also you're going to improve on the innovative ideas that you might have in order to reach your end goal. And then it's just the last superpower is to activate. Because if you want to reach something, if you don't put the steps in place, nothing's going to happen. So it's up to you to put the steps in place and activate it so that you can go a bit closer, step by step. Little steps go a long way, right? And also it's very important that we get a boost of confidence. We improve our confidence levels so that we're not doubting constantly whilst we're going towards our end goals. You see, this all fits in perfectly. Yeah, like I said, Sage superpowers: empathize, explore, navigate, innovate, and activate. And like I said before, the GROW program with positive intelligence is going to facilitate this for you, right? And you're not going straight into it. You're going to look at the saboteurs first and then going into the sage mode. So now, to go towards our end goals, we have to ask ourselves some questions. So this is just a few questions that you can ask yourself to go towards your end goals. So in the empathize mode, are you going to ask yourself, what can I do today, this week, tomorrow, that is going to put me one step closer to my goal, right? So write it down this, please. What can I do this week to put me one step closer to my goal? And what does my inner child want to happen? The inner child is that little girl, you, when you were 5, right? That you know, nothing happened to you. You were just a child. So let's look at let's feel our inner child. What does she want me, to happen? The second question that you're going to ask yourself towards going to your end goals, it's you're going to explore. How have you handled any challenges this week? Write down. How have you handled any challenges this week? And what else can I discover to help me move forward? What else can I discover to help me move forward? So this, you're just going to explore, right? With a big magnifying lens, you're just going to explore and feel the terrain. So for example, Sonia, on your contribution, the legacy, just explore in your city, in your environment, who can you connect with so you can get you close to that you want to achieve. And then you're going to ask yourself as well, and then you're going to the innovate mode, superpower, innovate superpower. What worked and what didn't, right? We're always so focused sometimes on what didn't work that we completely disregard what worked, right? And this question is really, really important to ask yourself. If something worked, do more of it. If something didn't work, don't dwell on it and just move on, let it go, ditch it, like this, ditch it and move on to another idea. Because there's a lot of ideas that you're going to generate whilst you're reaching your goal that you're going to generate a lot of ideas that some of them are not going to be that good. And that's okay. That's okay. On the innovate, you can also ask yourself, how can I make it better? And find a new outside of the box approach. So even the ones that didn't work, how can I make it better? If it's a ditch it kind of option choice that you have to take, so be it. But if you think that maybe you can give it another go, or what didn't work, then what can you do better? So on the navigate superpower, you're going to ask yourself, what possible options do I have? What possible options do I have? What has worked in the past? What haven't you tried yet? And this is like in the decision time, when you ask yourself what possible options, and you're trying to decide if you're going that way or this way, right? In that moment, I would suggest you do the boost, a boost of confidence exercise that we did yesterday. That is going to really center you and just keep you focused on where you're going. And for the activate mode, the activate superpower, is what is the most important thing to do next? What might get in the way? Because then, if you ask yourself this question, you're prepared for what's coming. So in corporate life, we used to have like contingency plans. So if you're running your own business, or if you want to explore other avenues, then there's going to be things that is going to get in the way. So try and think about the worst case scenario, right? If the worst case scenario happens, what would I do? Also, who will be able to support you? And how will you feel when this is done? So you can also screenshot this and ask yourself these questions in your journal, so that you can start putting things in place to reach the end goals that you've put in your experiences, your growth, and your contribution. So I said it was going to be a short one, but there's a lot of synchronicities between the program Positive Intelligence and what I've learned with Mindvalley and what I'm doing. And I'm a program coach. I help coaches to go from the one-to-one practice to a group dynamics. Group dynamics is my jam. I love it. And this is what I want to do going forwards. So this is it. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll stop the recording and we can chat in the back end.